All right. On this Sunday morning, let's get this show on the road because we have 6 songs coming up. I think we all know the result, so this is not going to serve any purpose other than my hope is for all you, I think, not completely aware Dream Theater haters. My hope is that you walk away from this at least having a song that you were like, wow, I didn't know that. That was a pretty good song. Because most of you don't really know, or not most of you, a lot of you really don't know Dream Theater songs. You just have this innate hate for them for some reason, even though a lot of the songs that you like are very similar. So my goal is just to get you guys to be like, oh, wow, that is a cool song. I have no plan, or I think Manny and I both agree that there's just no way that we're going to get you guys to, like, change your minds. I've said this from the very beginning. No one's gonna. I will be interested to see who's gonna win the final round, Opeth or Leprous, because I think that will actually be closer than what this is going to be. Because I'll tell you right now, for the final, I'm gonna vote for Leprous. But in my first initial thought, it was Leprous should never be in the final at this point. Rush should be, but since they are in the final now, I do like them better than Opeth. So. We'll see if there's people like me or if it's just going to be a complete wipeout like this one's going to be. Because I think every single person in this chat right now is voting Opeth. I don't think there's a single person that's going to vote for Dream Theater. I got to check something first before we get started here. But there's 6 songs on the docket. Me and Manny came up with the 3 that we are going to present to you for Dream Theater. And then I think it was Para. Para, tell us in the chat who were the people for Opeth, or somebody tell me. I think it was Para, and I can't remember who the other 2. Pyramid, is that you, brother? Did you pick? All right, I got to get to this website first because I got to remember what Manny said. He didn't write an email; he just wrote it in Discord. So I have to get on Discord, see what he wrote. Where is he? There he is. All right, so first up, since it's going to be a blowout, we're going to have Opeth up. So I'm going to read the first song that the Opeth team has given us. He says, Team Opeth, and this is Para writing this, wasted no time at all getting these picks together. Yep, Pyramid, okay, and Nick. Okay, so the 3-headed monster of Opeth is here. Made this super easy, so giant props to them. We all agree it's best to highlight Opeth's variety. It wouldn't matter. It's still going to win, but I get it. And even if you hate death metal, you should be able to appreciate they have something else for everyone. That's good. Which, again, the last song that we had, I can't even remember the title I have on a playlist because it was kind of one of the first songs in my listening that was quite a bit different than the other 2 that I feel like we hear most of the time on the channel. We'll begin with the rich and beautiful song Burden. The song sways you with tranquility before a luscious burst of bright sound carries you away. I went to Pyramid for comment, and he had this to say. Attention all planets of the Solar Federation. Attention all planets of the Solar Federation. Attention all planets of the Solar Federation. We have assumed control. We have assumed control. We have assumed control. All right, so here we go with Burden from Opeth. And I'm pretty positive this is going to get blocked at some point. Probably because of Dream Theater. But I've got a recording, and we'll just end it, and then I'll try to upload it after that. But people have been wanting this to go live, so we're going live. I like this beginning. Have we had this on the channel? For some reason the word or the title Burden rings familiar, but I can't remember if we've had this on this channel or not. Yes. Doesn't sound familiar. right into it. I just absolutely love his clean voice. Yeah, this song's going on a playlist. I'm pretty sure I've not heard this yet. We did have it before? How do I not have this? Maybe it is on a playlist, it just doesn't come around. Ooh. His freaking voice is so good. Yeah, I need to watch my first reaction because I don't remember this song. How long ago? I mean, we talking like 5 years or what? Jean, it's not a bad memory. It's that we have so many... Think of this. 6 years we've been on this channel. 6 years. Yeah, this is a great choice. I'm gonna have to look to see if I'm gonna have to like see if it is on a playlist, because I think it is, but maybe it just doesn't come up because it's on a playlist that has a ton of songs. The song is very, very good. I would be surprised if I listened to this the first time and was like, yeah, it's not good. That would shock myself. I'm gonna have to go back and be like, there's no way I said this was not a good song. There's no way. I'd be like, uh-oh, am I really who I think I am? Hey, at least I remembered that I remembered the title, which is usually the last thing that I remember is a title. But something about the title was like, I think I've seen that before. Ivy, we have actually done that a couple of times, but yes, we should maybe do that again. I think some people turned in some sets, or Jean, I think it was Jean, turned in a set that, or maybe it was Colin, that turned in a set of what I said the first time to see how I'd react the second time, which is very Colin, smart, good set. But Adrian, I'm positive I wouldn't have listened to this at any point of whatever I was feeling and thought, yeah, this is not a good song. I probably was just like, yeah, it's good, but not the best song I've ever heard. But which I would say is how I feel right now, but it's definitely a good song. This is a great song. And if it's not on a playlist, which I'm just shocked, or maybe I wasn't adding things to playlists back then, I was just listening. Yeah, little out of tune. Yeah. Other than this leading into a different song that's going to be different, I don't understand the ending of that, but I'm sure there's some reason why they did it. All right, so before we actually get into the first Dream Theater song, I'm going to check to see if that's on a playlist. Let me see. Because I'm quite shocked that it's not. Yes, it is on a playlist. It's on my ballads playlist. That's weird because, I mean, I guess that makes sense because again, I have so many playlists. I would probably, I can't even remember the last time I just listened to, I want to listen to ballads right now. So that's probably why, is it's on my ballads and my all songs. And all songs, I think, is, how many songs is on my all songs playlist? There's like over 6,000 songs on my playlist, I think, all playlists. So when I do listen to all playlists, it's probably not going to make it into the randomizer, which, by the way, I've said this many times, Spotify randomizer sucks. It absolutely sucks. And it's on my ballads playlist, which, yeah, I don't really, just rarely, hey, I want to listen to just ballads right now. So that's probably why it's not as a familiar song to me, but that song will definitely probably make it onto a different playlist because I like it, but because it is more of a ballady kind of song, which I love, it probably doesn't get into the view, because mostly what I listen to these days is gym playlists because I go to the gym every day. So it's got to be, the gym playlist probably gets played more than any other playlist because I do it every day. But if I'm just driving around my car, which if it's just, I work from home, so driving in my car doesn't happen all that often. It'll be like 2024 playlist because I'm trying to think of the songs I like for the new top, Casey Kasem's top 40. Or all songs, which again, there's so many songs to cycle through that a lot of songs just don't ever get played. 2 days ago, I just was randomly in the mood for 80s. So I turned on my 80s playlist for like a drive. So I think that's one of the reasons why some of these songs just never get played again in my head, even though they're on playlists. All right, so we have made it through our first Opeth song. When Manny and I decided to do this, we did it relatively quick as well. Manny was trying to basically do it himself, though, and I had to push back and say no, because we both immediately agreed on one of the songs, and then he got to pick the other one. But when I picked the one that I wanted, he was like, nah, how about this one? So Manny was essentially trying to get this as his playlist. Which I was like, no, dude, like, I'm pushing back. You get to pick one song, I get to pick one song, and then we agreed on the song in the middle. So this first song is the song that I picked. And the reason I picked this song is because I think that it's a great song, and I think it's a song that most people on the channel probably don't know from Dream Theater. It comes from their Awake album, and I wouldn't, if I had to pick only 3 songs, I wouldn't have normally picked this song as one of them. But since we're going with Opeth, and that's kind of like the battle, I was like, we got to have something that's pretty heavy or something that's kind of groovy to kind of counteract what the, heavy shit that Opeth is going to do. And of course, Dream Theater doesn't have anything that's really like kind of stuff. So I picked the heaviest, grooviest thing that I could pick. And then on the Awake album, which I personally like the sound better on Awake than I do on Train of Thought. I like a lot of Train of Thought stuff, but I think Awake still had their jazzy kind of just different elements that Dream Theater used to have that they've kind of gotten away from, that I, as an old fan, miss about Dream Theater and wish they would go back to their Berkeley days a little bit. And this is the first time that they had a 7-string guitar. So the thing that I want you guys to pay attention to is this song absolutely slaps. The groove, it's not just, so you can have like heavy like riffs, but the groove of this song is just absolutely fabulous. I think everyone knows Petrucci for his solos and his songwriting skills, but I think a thing that actually gets overlooked with Petrucci is his heavy riff groove that a lot of people don't really pay attention to or appreciate, and this song does that. And no, it's not Lie. No, it's not the Voices. It is Caught in a Web, motherfuckers. That's right. The reason no one guessed it is because this is a song that's overlooked, but it's fucking awesome. The groove, da-da, da-da. I think James sounds great. Just listen to the guitar groove. This would have been 94 when I first got into Dream Theater. Listen to that guitar. Scott, I didn't say anything about why you should like it. I just said I think the groove is great, why I like it. Great chorus. I don't know how, Para, this could be a weaker track for you. This is just a freaking awesome groove. And I think the package of this is really good because it's a shorter song, but it still does what I like. It has like a verse, chorus, and then it goes off into a little bit of a for a minute and then comes back. Right here. Ticket. Love that. I don't think they played this. I saw it on the Awake tour in '94. This is that bass. They're alright. What's that? Now listen to this fill right here going into the next part. Kick it. Talk about groove and metal. Yeah, great transition. Pyramid. Woo! And then they go right back. See, they went off for a minute, and then they come back. You can really hear James' voice in this starting to get rough. Kick it. Back into the chorus. Sasha, I would be worried if you actually liked anything, so not surprised by your reaction. And then, of course, the ending is a great riffage going out. Kick it. Love the way his drums sound too. Listen to this last part. Oh, so good. Yeah, so like I said, I just put that one on the channel because I think no one would know that one typically. It isn't one of the more, I guess, like Voices or Mirror or Lie. But I do think it's just as good as those songs. I think it's so good. The groove in it. I would say it's missing maybe the memorable solo that Voices has, which is why I think so many people love Voices. But again, to go against Opeth, you got to have some sort of heavy groove, and I think that song accomplishes it. And that's it. So let's get on to the next one of Opeth. This would be... Next would be Beneath the Mire, but since it's been thrown on a set we've decided for a legendary track the channel hasn't had yet, here's Nick with More. This song is a staple Opeth classic amongst longtime fans. It's from the concept album Still Life, and it works as the title track despite not sharing its same name. The album follows an unreliable narrator as he goes through his plan of infiltrating the village he'd been cast away from, so he can snatch away his beloved. This song depicts the moment the protagonist finally meets his damsel again, marking a shift between his delusions building up to this moment, the previous tracks, to the tragic reality that comes after, the later tracks. This context is important because Face of Melinda is written to perfection given its role in the concept, which is not to say it does not stand on its own, it definitely does. Sonically, it brings the classic Opeth sound, but not the way one would probably predict, but making it that much more special. So this is Face of Melinda, not Beneath the Mire. And I just want to say, that was way more long-winded than I was about Caught in a Web, so kettle black. Here we go. It's interesting that we've not so far gotten into the but I'm sure we will. The More has been on the channel, Pyramid. I remember someone asked me and I had to change the title because I think it was like a second section of the first. And so people didn't know that it was on the channel, and I had to say, yes, it is. Nick, it's not... Oh, this one is new. Okay, I thought you meant The More. Well, I will say, And on the channel, since you just said that, Para, that is exactly making my point, that what I've heard on this channel is the two distinct kind of heavy Blackwater Park stuff and the dissonant, moody kind of stuff. So far, these two songs and the one last time was not in that ballpark, so this is good to open up my mind to Opeth. But on the channel, it was typically those two types of songs. It's very quiet. Is that because it's supposed to be or because it's low? Turn it up a little bit. Is it going to get loud? Adrian, I saw that like a couple days ago, and I was like, is this like a fake post on Facebook? Because I saw it and I was like, they just announced Russell was, so that's good. I'll be happy. Maybe I'll actually watch some of it. Dude is a good kid. If anything, I hope he's successful. Yeah, I was gonna say that so far this isn't. I mean, this is good, but it's not as good as the first song. Probably because it's just too mellow. I'm sure it's gonna change though. Maybe not. I probably would put this on a playlist regardless, but it is kind of mellow right now. Oh, there it is. I knew it was going to happen at some point. Data here. Sasha, you are just a hellion, man. Sasha's becoming insufferable with his nihilism of music. Sasha, someone has to do it. So why didn't you guys give me a lyric video if the lyrics were such a great point of this song? I can listen to it, but it's kind of hard. I'm a visual though, Scott. I'm a visual. Like it? still feel like I like the first one better than this, but again, I don't know the whole backstory or get how it all fits together necessarily. Like this part. This will go on a playlist too, but I still like the first song better. Although this part, the second half, is groovier. It's got like a faded black feel right here. Ooh, is it fading out? That's a shorter song too. Nice, nice, nice. I'll be quite honest. Wasn't expecting to get two kind of ballady, slower songs, but I'm not complaining because I like them. And both of those will go on playlists, or Burden is already on a playlist, but yeah, I'm glad to get this other view that I haven't, in my opinion, gotten on the channel much. So these are nice way to balance it out. So on that note, good job, Opeth pickers, for me anyway, because I do think it gives me a more well-rounded view of some of their stuff that doesn't fit in the kind of stuff that I've heard on the channel. Definitely liked it. I thought the beginning was a little slow, a little too mellowy, but I like that second half of it a lot. I do like Burden more than that. So between the two songs, they're both good. Be interesting. And it is hard on a first listen, especially for me. Again, I've said this many times, to listen on a first listen, to pay attention to the lyrics, as well as doing a live chat, as well as thinking about the music and other things. So it is harder for me to do that. It's more something that I would probably revisit on a third, fourth, fifth listen. And that goes for all the music I listen to. They're just not as important for me to focus on at the first listen. All right, let's get into our second pick for Dream Theater. This is probably going to be another surprise for a lot of Dream Theater fans, and it's actually the one that me and Manny agreed on immediately. We also wanted to present, as I've said, I still think this. There is no other band, popular band I should say, that I think is as good as Dream Theater as having an eclectic sound within its same genre. So they're obviously progressive rock, but within that, you could have songs that would literally make it on the radio, and you have songs that are like heavy as shit, and they have everything, jazz, blues, a lot. And it's not just like one song here and there. It's like on an album, you can have like all of these songs. And this is a case for that. I actually made this video a long time ago. I think I counted the top 10 or top 20 Dream Theater songs, and then albums I think I rated at some point. And this song was in my top 10, and people thought I was crazy, and I just don't know why, because I think the song is so good, and it's also off the Awake album, which is crazy. But it captures to me, because I've always told you guys on the channel, I love delay on guitar. I think delay, like even when U2 does it, it just sounds great. It just really creates an ambience, a sound, of mood. And this song does that, and I think this is a great ballad. Sounds a little bit different than your typical ballad, but this will be Lifting Shadows Off a Dream, off the Awake album. This song is so good. It's weird. A lot of Dream Theater fans don't like it, and I'm like, really? This song is fucking gorgeous. Like, listen to that delay. And I love the build-up. I have actually cried, got teary-eyed at the end when it builds up to the explosion at the end. It's such a beautiful song.
He seems alone, silent, thoughts remain without an answer, afraid and uninvited, he slowly drifts.
Listen to that delay. Oh, that delay sounds so good. Yes, Para, that part. Love that little octagon hit. Love that little. Oh, listen to that fucking delay. It just creates like a very spacey feel, which so does the album cover. And then I love how it goes into this next section. Beautiful. Kick it. I love the way his octobans sound too in that left ear. Okay, now we're gonna build into the next section. Love this little drum fill. Easy. And then listen to this drum fill. Love it. Right into that next part. Here's that building, the part of the song that can make me tear up sometimes. Here we go. This is kind of like a Caligula's horse build. Back to the beginning. again, I just don't know why Dream Theater fans look past this song. I think it's very well written, short, concise, beautiful. Everything about it's wonderful. Now, remember, that song is on the same album from the first song, which was heavy as fuck. That's my point about them. All right, so that has wrapped up our 4 songs so far. And let's get into the next Opeth one, because I'm guessing these last 2 songs for Opeth and Dream Theater are probably going to be longer than we have so far. But we'll see. All right, so finally we come to a song any lover of progressive rock and metal should find right at home. Drawing from the roots of very classic metal, this has a sound very homely and familiar. Michael really steps up his clean vocals and absence of the growls for this fantastic album closer. This is All Things Will Pass. Who picked this one? Was this you, Para? I love this album cover. Every time we've done songs from this album cover, I'm like, why do I love this album cover so much? It just reminds me of something like... Hey, Florida Belle! Welcome! Good to see you in a live chat. I fucking love that album cover. I don't know what it is. It just reminds me of like Interview with a Vampire or something. Wow, you guys did a no growl set list. It's amazing. This almost sounds like it could be like Nightwishy a little bit. Just probably because of the the way the engineering is. I keep that sounds like somebody's in my house doing that, but it's in the music. Cucumber, I'll answer that after this, as I don't want people mad about me talking through the song about football. Good little transition there. I can't stop looking at that album cover. I don't know why. It's like captivating me. Again, at least I remember there being like some sort of conflict that was brought up between this kind of music, Opeth, and like Blackwater Park. Is that right? Maybe I'm the wrong album. But like the heavier, growly stuff. I definitely like this stuff more than their other growly stuff. Though I've said their growly stuff, he's the one person that I actually don't mind his growls. We'll see where this goes, but so far I'm liking the first two better than this one. Because Adrian, we're talking generally. Generally, I tend to like more ballady, melodic kind of stuff than heavy. But that song rips for heavy. Yep. But I've said it a billion times on the channel, Adrian, like the two sides of progressive, the very melodic Genesis Yes kind of whatever, to that very heavy Meshuggah-y type stuff. I tend to be in the middle, siding on the melodic-y type stuff more in general. There's always exceptions to that rule. Yeah, that's what's cool about it, Cucumber. I'm actually happy about that. But I think Para's thinking on why they did that makes sense, since we've had a lot of that on the sets. I like this build, this is good. So what year would this album have been? What's the name of the album? Is it Continuum? Am I making that up? What's the name of this album? Wow, Ivy likes this one first. 2019, okay, that's not too long ago. Oh, okay. Is Continuum an album, or did I just make that up? Or is it a song? Ivy, I think everyone is opposite of Sasha. Oh, this was the last album up until next month. Okay. Man, I didn't know they took that long to write an album. Okay, that's why. Thanks, Pyramid. I was like... Because I remember associating Continuum with this album cover. See how things work for me visually? Alright, sounds like we are ending with that one. Okay, out of the 3 Opeth songs that we heard today, I like the other 2 better than that one, but I do think that's a good song. But something about it, for whatever reason, on a first listen didn't just like grab me. I think Continuum is on a playlist, and that's how I remembered it being off this album, and I really like that one. So I'm going to have to go back and make sure I listen to that one again and see how it differs or is the same as this last song. But this was a good song. Yeah, I tend to the kind of Opeth songs I tend to like for Jim are the heavy ones like Master Apprentice, those kinds of things, and then I really like the ballads ones that are here that we've had on the channel today. So it's really interesting. All right, we are at 55 minutes, so we should probably do this because Manny is the one who picked the next one, so that should give you a hint on what we're doing. No, it's not Octavarium because I said no. Just kidding, Manny. He didn't actually say that. So this is what Manny says. Here is the description. So he says, well, folks, we've reached the final showdown. Whether we're leading the charge or everyone here just has questionable taste. It's been a hell of a ride. I'm just messing around. I like Opeth too. I truly feel honored that Cap let me pick the last epic 10-minute track. Now, I'd have loved to thrown in monsters like A Nightmare to Remember, The Count of Tuscany, or Illumination Theory, but Scott had to be a buzzkill with that 25-minute cap. Seriously, dude, where's the fun in that? Because we'd be here for 2 hours. Even with the time constraints, Dream Theater's got no shortage of songs to choose from, so I'm bringing Breaking All Illusions to the table. This track's got it all, those sweet, classic prog rock vibes with killer keyboard work, really nice technical sections, and most importantly, one of Petrucci's finest solos. It's just an absolute banger from start to finish. I would say I like it, and it's one of those newer songs with, Mangini on drums that I think is very well done. It's probably the 3 or 4 that we like on that album. And yes, I think the thing that's most known about this song is Petrucci's solo in it because it's just beautiful and gorgeous and very tasty. So here we go, Breaking All Illusions. What's up, Florida girl? Glad you joined, even though you like Opeth better than Dream Theater. Doesn't sound like the best recording of it. Love this little progressive section right here. Nice transition into this section. Yeah, this sounds really bad. I think I picked this because Manny didn't give me a link, and I was trying not to pick a song or like a track that would get blocked. So I think this is his lyrics on it. No, this is not an instrumental. Yes. This still might get blocked. I'll see if the love that bass line. Love this like offbeat and he switches it. Man, Mangini certainly is the technical magician. He's just stiff for me. It'll be interesting again to see Portnoy try to pull off some of Mangini's parts.
Sudden burst of heat, burning source of life, master for destruction. Power's not a light, it's understanding truth, changing my direction. Living
breathe in a new beginning. Nick, I hate to break it to you, but technically, Numa is not as hard as Mangini's parts sometimes. Mangini's parts on all four limbs it's just bizarre. Kick it. Pyramid, he did a great job. You're crazy, bro. To do it in 6 hours? Go next to it. Hera, that's exactly right, which is why I like Danny Carey and Mike Portnoy, because I think they're not, I mean, they're technical, but they're more about creativity in their parts than they are about technicality. Good song. And this is crazy that this was like the first album without Portnoy. I'm still waiting for that. It's really funny. The stream current viewers went down from 21 to 12 because Opeth is done. So you know that most of the people here are because of Opeth. That's funny. Cucumber. Uh-oh, there it is. Your stream is belonging to somebody else. See, and I even picked a terrible one, hoping that it wouldn't do it. Nice part here. I'm just gonna go until it gets blocked, and then I'll record the rest of it. No, I'll just let it get blocked and I'll keep going. And then I'll post it after that. I knew this was going to get blocked at some point. Okay, now here comes the section, if we make it here, where Petrucci's solo is just beautiful. For all you non-Dream Theater fans, this solo is why Petrucci is famous. Because he does this kind of shit a lot. And it's awesome. Right here. beautiful. Next part. Fuck, that solo's awesome. And this is where they go off for a minute. Yeah, I think Trail of Tears is top 5 song for me. And part of it's because of that solo. Take it. What I think is interesting for all of those that might not know this, since this was Mangini's first album with Dream Theater, most of these drum tracks were MIDI'd and sent to him by Petrucci. Obviously, he embellished on them a little bit, but Petrucci basically wrote the drum parts to this and kind of said, follow it. Here's the build-up to the end. That warning light is still there, but we're making it. On this part 2, Baggins. Nice chord at the end to make you just... back into the clouds. All right. Yes, out of all the DT songs we could have picked, obviously it was hard to pick, but for the purpose of this, that's what we picked. And that concludes us for this semifinal number 2. If you actually care about voting, I don't think in this case it's going to matter, but on the Discord, Scott K will post the vote or the poll, and you will vote. I think we have, 2-3 days to vote total, or are we going to make it shorter because it's going to be so obvious who wins this one? But either way, we will have the final next week at this time, and that final will probably be who's gonna... I didn't even think about this. Who is gonna pick the final? It's gonna have to be... So we're gonna have to pick 3 more Leprous songs, I'm guessing, and someone's going to have to pick 3 more Opeth songs for that final. So keep that in mind. That final set will be next Sunday, but I can't actually put the songs in until you guys, whoever's going to do that. So on the Discord, after you vote, for those of you who are, leprous people, and those of you who are Opeth people, figure out who's going to pick the 3 songs for each, and then I will put them on. You need to send them in fast so that I can get them ready for next Sunday. All right. Hope you guys have a great Sunday football for those NFL lovers of you. I'm happy as, all get out that Shittingham got their ass handed to them yesterday. Hook 'em horns. And that one. And I love that Quinn, who was on a High State Buckeye for like 6 months, still doesn't say their name. And they all bitching about it. And then he just roasted them yesterday. So I'm happy about that. And we did what we were supposed to do yesterday. And next week we have off, unfortunately. All right, see you guys later over on the Discord. Peace out.